What is going on, guys? It's your boy Motivated Devil, and I am back with Marine Corps Stories number 35. 35. Every time I say that number, it blows my mind. Like, holy shit. You've done 35 episodes of this series, and you guys still support me. It blows my mind. We didn't quite hit 100 likes last week, which that's totally cool and all. 97 is cool. 97 is cool. But I just want to let you guys know, thank you guys for so much for all the support. Without you guys, I'm going to be honest, I would not continue this series because, you know, as a Marine, I'm running out of ideas. I'm running out of ideas to talk about. I've literally talked about pretty much every day in the fucking history of a Marine Corps boot camp. I've told you guys some funny stories, told you guys some sad stories, some tear-jerking stories. I have a lot of fucking videos, and guys, if you haven't watched all these, you know, go back. A lot of people are like, hey man, can you talk about McMap? Like, bro, I've already talked about that. But, you know, anyways, what you guys are going to be watching is Call of Duty Advanced Warfare, and it's me and my actual real brother. We're playing on a team, and we joined in late on this game, right? And we joined in late, and I'm going ham. By the end of the second half, like I said, we're late, so it's not like it took me 4.5 minutes to get 15 kills. So we joined in late, and I look at the score, I'm 15-1, you know, he's 4-0. You know, he's not one of them Call of Duty, like, big, you know, oh, Call of Duty, fuck yeah. Like, he just likes to play video games and just recently got his PlayStation 4. So, you know, he's just doing his thing over there and I'm doing my thing. What I wanted to talk about today is a little motivational, not really speech, but conversation I had with the drill instructor. How it happened was, okay, after you do the Crucible and all that, you know, you guys have watched my videos. After you do the Crucible and all that, you have this thing called Marine Week. So it's on Marine Week. It's the day before graduation day. You know, technically it's family day. You know, we had our family day that day. I end up having to draw Firewatch on the last fucking day of boot camp. And I'm like, what the fuck? This is bullshit. I'm graduating tomorrow. I just want to fucking sleep in. But, you know, cards didn't turn out in my favor, and I end up having to do Firewatch. So, say it's 1 a.m. shift. I'm standing there at the front of the squad bay and, you know, taking people's logs as they, you know, writing their names down as they go in and out of the head, aka the bathroom. And Sergeant Wallace, which was the drill instructor that actually made me bust my head wide open on Black Friday. Short guy, my height. If you've seen that video, Black Friday, I got a video on it. But he comes in there and he asked me a question. He's like, hey man, how are you? And I was like, good, Sergeant, how are you? And he was like, I'm doing pretty good. He's like, let me talk to you for a second. So I was like, all right. So he pulls me off to the side. And he was like, you know I fucking hate you, right? And I was just like, well, I do now. And I kind of knew before, but I'm not going to say that. I was like, well, I do now, Sergeant. And he was like, no, I don't hate you now. He was like, when you were a recruit, I fucking hated you. And I was like, why is that, Sergeant? And he was like, because I got the same bullshit throughout my Marine boot camp career as you did. Because we were the same height, which is what he was talking about, was shortness. Because I'm short. I'm 5'7". For an American my size, I'm fucking short. So he was like, because I caught the same bullshit you caught when you were going through boot camp. And I was like, you know, I understand, Sergeant, blah, 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 blah. And he sits me down, and he has this long talk with me. Really long talk, but I'm going to shorten it down. Basically what he, you know, was saying, he was like, you know, what kind of Marine do you want to be? And it really made me think, because I've been through a lot of trials and tribulations in my life. I was like, well, you know, I want to be some sort of, you know, use to the Marine Corps. I don't want to be just some random dude filling up his paycheck, filling up the Marine Corps quota. You know, I want to mean something. I want to do something. And he was like, all right, well, what do you mean by that? And I was like, well, I just don't want to fucking, you know, just go through the routine and go through the motions and do everything. And he was like, let me ask you a question. I was like, okay. He was like, before you joined the Marine Corps, did your parents ever doubt you or anything like that? And I was like, no, Sergeant, but, you know, extended family and best friends did. And he was like, well, what do you mean? And I was like, well, you know, I had some aunts and uncles that told me I would never become a Marine and that I was too small and I wasn't strong enough and I didn't have the willpower and I didn't have the mindset. And he was like, why do you think they told you that? And I was like, well, honestly, I don't know. I've been in sports my whole life. I've been a team my whole life, you know, so I really don't know what they would say that. And he was like, well, when they told you that, what did you take from it? And I was like, well, I took from him, fuck them. like, I'm gonna be honest, Sergeant, like, fuck them. And he was like, are you being honest, or are you know, trying to act like a hard-ass Marine right now? And I was like, no, Sergeant, like, seriously, I had aunts and uncles tell me that there was no way I would ever become a Marine. He was like, well, let me ask you a question. I was like, all right. He was like, when you first came in here, were you afraid that you were gonna fail? And I was like, yes, Sergeant. And he was like, why is that? And I was like, well, you know, a lot of people told me I wasn't gonna make it, and the reasons they gave me sounded pretty fucking good. Like, I am a pretty small dude to be joining the United States Marine Corps and blah, 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 blah. And he's like, all right, but what'd you think when you came in the door and seen I was one of your drill instructors? And I was like, I'm gonna be honest, it blew my fucking mind, like, how we were literally built the same body type, and you're a fucking sergeant of the Marine Corps, and you are a fucking badass. Like, I just went ahead and juiced his confidence real quick. And he's like, well, I'll tell you what, I hated you when you first started, but after first phase, when I seen you were still here, you were still fucking pushing out blood and sweat and tears, literally all three of those. He was like, I knew you had it from then on. He was like, and that's why after first phase, I got even harder on you to make you a harder person. And I don't know, to sit there and have a conversation with a Marine, a sergeant of Marines, that literally said, when at the beginning I hated your ass, I was literally hoping and betting against you, hoping you didn't fucking make it. It meant a lot. It meant a lot, a fucking shit ton to me. Like, when he sat there and told me those words after he said first phase, that he believed in me, he knew I was gonna make it, so he pushed me even harder and harder. When I heard him say that to me, I was just like, wow, like an actual real, he spent his time in the Marine Corps sergeant is sitting here telling me he believes in me, the one that has treated me like complete shit for the past 12 weeks is sitting here and telling me he believes in me. And that's basically what I want to talk about, guys. And it has nothing to do with Marine Corps. You could be watching this movie if you want to be a fucking flower potter, or if you want to cut grass for the rest of your life. It doesn't fucking matter. Seriously. Whatever you want to do in life, you are your only fucking, you are your only obstacle. There is no one else that can sit here and tell you, hey, you can't do this because you're too short. You can't do this because you're too fat. You can't do this because you're too damn ugly. That's the naysayers. Fuck them. So when I'm making this video right now, if you have something in life that you want to do and you can't fucking do because you have all these people telling you you can't do this, you can't do this, you can't do this, you know what? You need to step back and say fuck them. I'm sorry, but that's what you gotta say. That's what I did. I straight up told my family, fuck you guys, I'm gonna fucking make it. And here's the fucked up thing. They didn't even show up on Family Day when I became a United States Marine. And to me, that's just complete bullshit. You know, you sit here and you doubt me and you doubt me and you doubt me, and then I do exactly what you said I couldn't do, but then I go ahead and do it, and you can't even support me. But anyways, guys, there's always going to be people out there like that. There's always going to be people out there judging you, telling you can't do this and you can't do that because of their own rules and stipulations. Let me tell you something. Your rules are your own stipulations. Fuck everyone else. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. It's your boy Motivated Devil. Semper Fidelis. Out.